Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. This is Agent Lee with an update for Bitcoin. This 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 could be done, yes, but usually there's a bit of an overthrow, and that overthrow may not occur, but I'm kind of still expecting it. So I'm going to move this out more to the right, and this could be a consolidation, I believe, to make that one more spike to 6,000 to 6,175, 6,200 or so. Who knows the exact destination? But still, given that these are three-wave sequences, even though it's labeled as an impulse of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the subwave composition of each is three-wave. So we can see three-wave ABC, 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 and this ABC could be done. So yes, 5 could be already placed. That is why I have been saying to take some off the table to raise some cash. Even if we go from $5,600 to $6,200, what I would be saying is that constant question that the trader should be asking himself always, is this in the simplest terms, in the most obvious terms, the time to be taking buying actions or selling actions? And if you just focus on the simplest terms and put that right in front of you and just back off and look at the chart, usually the answer is pretty much screaming at you. And that answer, no, you will not be perfect. There will be times when you do take profit sell actions and the price just runs away from you. But as a disciplined trader, you're not going to chase it. You're going to wait for that next correction. So let's back up here, okay? And let's look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is this the time to be taking buying actions or profit sell actions? If you want to catch it from where it is now to the potential of 6,200 or so, that's called scalping. I usually don't like to do that unless it's just so juicy and so obvious. So in this chart, to me at least, it's saying it's not time to be taking active buying actions, but rather time to be taking profit sell actions. And when I say profit sell, I don't mean 100% out usually. And I'm thinking more on the terms of maybe 30, 40, 50, 75%. And the percent that you take out, the reason why I don't dictate that is because that has to be decided. It has to be a self-made decision. The reason why it has to be a self-made decision is because it's disposition related. It's much related to a person's perception and attitude and ability to cope with risk. If your ability to take stress is very high, then you may take a third off the table. If your ability to take and handle stress on risk is very low, you might want to take 75% off the table. That's why it has to be a self-made decision. Quite often, military veterans who have combat experience, and let's say a lot of combat experience, they have the disposition to take high risk stress environment and remain calm. Quite often those types of people are the best traders. So taking some off the table, have already done so. We go higher high, take some more off the table. That's what I'm doing. The extra bullish scenario, even if this was wave 3 and not 5, even if this was wave 3, we've got a wave 4 correction coming. And that wave 4 correction could be pretty deep of 20, 25, 30%, 28, 29%, as long as it doesn't overlap with wave 1. So this wave 4 could come down to this level and still be valid. But I'm going to put in the middle of this support zone. And even if it was wave 3, taking some off the table will enable you to raise the cash. So that once you see start a reversal from 4 to 5, then you can put some back in and catch this 34, 35% move potential. But this is not the primary count. I do like the strength of this. We're probably getting a wave 4, sub-wave 4 correction, the yellow 4. And then we'll get a higher high into 3s. And that's the same thing as saying we'll get this one more higher high. Except as wave 3 instead of 5. It really doesn't make much of a difference. So in this case too, let's step back and let's look at this chart and ask that constant perennial question. Is this the time to be taking very active, aggressive buying actions, or taking some off the table profit sell actions? To me, the answer is pretty simple. It's time to take some off the table, raise some cash, to redeploy. When is the best time to buy? For me, it's at the end of wave 2. Okay. Then after wave 5 is complete, at the end of the requisite correction of post-completed impulse, to me this is the best time to buy. This wave 2 is the second best time to buy. Wave 4s are the third best time to buy. Because why is 4 not as great as 2? The upside isn't as much, unless we get an extended 5, of course. That's always on the table too. And whenever you get an extended 5, you sell and don't walk, but run away. Whenever you get an extended 5, let's say this 5 extended really high, you're going to get a retrace all the way down to wave 2. 88, 92, 95% retrace. That's why you run and not walk after you sell, profit sell into a very rising extended wave 5. In this chart, the zone of resistance has now been hit by the price, and it's feeling it. And I think one more poke, given that this impulse is traveling within a very nice defined price channel, one more impulse poke of yellow 5, which is really the same as this white 5, which is the same as this wave 3. Once it's complete, we're going to get a correction. And this C wave could just sit here and bounce off, or we're going to get a deeper correction. Okay? And even a deeper correction into the 4,400s or so. Okay? But if this is wave 5 is complete, we can even get something like this, A, B, and then that slap down will take it to the mid 3Ks. I think this is more primary to me once wave 5 completes. And that slap down would be this event. It's hard to tell how severe the slap down will be, but usually wave 5 retraces, Okay, 0.5, 0.618 of, I'm sorry, usually the requisite correction retraces 0.5, 0.618. 0.618 will be in the 4.2 case, but I'm going to expect 0.78 range in the mid to upper 3Ks. So this will be wave 1 of a higher degree of trend and wave 2 of a higher degree of trend. And the relationship between the wave 1 and 2 is that it cannot equal to the origin of the impulse. And if we get, it'll probably get past this zone of support and then into the mid of this zone. So it'll be somewhere between, let's say, 0.618, 0.786. But that's thinking a little too far ahead. I'm going to now focus on this part and see if we get a rebound back up and then that correction. All right. Happy Monday to you all. I hope you found this to be informative. Have a great day.